media, Stacy Washington. You know, Stacy, modern Democrats have been getting all the media, right? Everyone's been talking about Joe Manchin and whatever. The White House has clearly been focused on that. But this is a shot across the bow at the White House. Essentially, I think it's a declaration of civil war within the Democrat Party. Where do you think it goes from here?
Well, Charles, for me, I don't see the Democrats ever really having a civil war. It's always the progressive left pushing and the moderates bowing and acquiescing to their will. Over time, the Democrats have moved to the left, far to the left. And they've shifted on illegal immigration, where they used to protect their unionized constituency, and now they want open borders. They have open borders. And now they're moving up against one-party rule and basically saying, Charles, that they're going to push for amnesty the same way they push for Obamacare. They don't need Republicans. They're going to do it on their own. And I think they'll probably survive this.
Well, it's amazing because we've seen the White House go against the Supreme Court and deliberately put in rules that they knew were unconstitutional. And now we're hearing, hey, ignore the Senate parliamentarian. It's just an opinion without any teeth behind it. But would it be political suicide to derail this infrastructure bill? I mean, Stacey, every politician from the local chamber of commerce, whatever it is, all the way up to the president says, we're going to fix those crumbling roads and bridges. I don't care what political party you're in, you say you're going to do it. If they derail that right ahead of the midterms, wouldn't they be shooting themselves in the foot?
They will, Charles. It is, but it's a succession of shooting themselves in the foot. If you look at the southern border, if you look at the domestic policy, if you look at the withdrawal from Afghanistan, on all of these things, they're diametrically opposed to the will of the American people. So Americans do want infrastructure. There's very little infrastructure in their bill. They want to monitor your bank account. They want to tax you for every mile that you drive. I think the Republicans are rightly opposing the bill because it doesn't have enough actual infrastructure in it. And the Democrats really aren't paying attention to the mood in the country. Americans no longer trust President Biden, and they would do well to tack to the middle and to deal with that.
I want to pick up on that because President Biden really had an awful week. It was really an awful week for our country, but for him particularly, the FDA shooting down these booster shots for folks under 65. He gotten way ahead of the science. They wanted us to start getting those this week. The admission about that drone attack killing 10 civilians, 7 children. I mean, how badly has this political capital dwindled?
Well, if you look at the polling, Charles, across the board, if you're looking at the most likely voters on the Democrat side, they oppose all of these actions. They're not happy with Afghanistan. They're not really talking about it. So maybe, if you look on Facebook, you don't see much. But the polling shows they want some normalcy again. Americans writ large, regardless of parties, don't think we should have pulled out of Afghanistan the way that we did. And so, if you think about that actual plan for the Democrats, their language surrounding the vaccines, and especially Pfizer saying, look, there's heart inflammation with the booster, so we're not going to do those. And the study that they've commissioned on, the female health and reproductive health for women, they're really looking badly, and they should think again about their tack. It's really anything that's Republican is bad. Republican people are bad, and that's not the way to govern a country, especially when Biden promised us unity.
I got 30 seconds. Real quick on the Republicans saying they're going to vote no to raise the debt ceiling. It's been raised 80 times since 1960. What's their calculus here?
Well, they're calculating that Americans are really fed up. Most business owners want people to come back to work, and raising the debt ceiling just enables more spending without any accountability. So I think they're calculating on the midterms next year, Charles.
Okay. Hey, Stacey, it's been too long. Thank you very much.